Welcome everyone to our today's cardboard haul video. We have some mail that came in today or the last couple of days and a nice little package which we're gonna open on camera to see if everything is in order and alright. So sit back, relax and enjoy some nice vintage cardboard and some few newer acquisitions for a couple of my commander decks. Let's just begin with the first one here. This one should contain a couple of vintage Antiquities and Legends cards. From 341 Trading. Great seller, can only recommend. There we are. So let's see what we got here. So this one is just some bulk. This one, it's unsorted. So okay, let's just begin and see what we got. A nice grape shot catapult. There we go. There's the focus. For my set cube, very nice condition, was stated as being MP, most of the cards. But these look very nice. Very nice. Some Phyrexian gremlins for my Antiquities set cube, which I still need. Need 12 of these. I think this is the last chalice that I need. Yeah, so that's a little more used than the others, but still totally fine to play with. And now this I wanted to talk with you about as well, with the new Kobold commander that came out. Cube token. These are only gonna get more expensive. This one, the Rohgahh of Kher, is a legend Kobold Lord that gives all your kobolds +2/+2, and you have to play like an upkeep cost of 3 red to keep him around. And you actually lose control over him. I did not know that. I thought you have to sacrifice him. So yeah, so for 6 mana, a 5/5 that boosts all your other kobolds is great. And this one is just an auto include for these new kobold decks that are probably gonna get created, and these are only gonna get more expensive in the future. Let's look at the condition of this card. Oh yeah, nice and clean. Wow, that is great. Always check for inking, of course. Gonna check the rest as well for inking. If it's nice and white on the edges. There we go. There is no inking, yeah. Very nice. I also needed 2 more of the Might Stone. These look so nice and crisp. Some whitening here on the edge. But yeah, I'm very glad I got those for a great price. I paid like around 100 euros for the whole order. A little dent in here on the card scratch. But still totally playable. For the, oh, that's a deeper, maybe it's a deeper scratch, but without the light shining on it, it's totally playable still. The Rohgahh of Kher I paid like 70 euros for. And the Might Stones around 8 euros each. And then the rest was like 2 euros or below. Oh, very, very nice. This one is a little pringly. It's weird. But yeah, Very nice. Very glad I got those. These will go into the set cube, the Kobold Lord as well. There you go with the focus, and let's dig into the next one. This one is from a German seller. The Alibaba, which I also can only recommend. I was always very glad and happy with their products and their grading, as well as their packaging and like the whole transaction process. Very good. So even more vintage cards. Let's get this into focus. Very good. Now let's see what else we got here. Onlet. Don't know about the rarity of the onlet off the top of my head, but I think it was actually a U3 or even U201. I'm not sure how many I need of these. With infinite mana you can actually do infinite amount of damage, which is such a fun card if you ever think about building a pre-modern deck where you can create infinite mana. That's the thing to go with. Another blacksmith. More grapeshot catapults, artifact precision. Yeah, these look great, all of them. This one has like a little dent up here, some whitening on the edges, but all in all, a very great card. Nice. So here's one of the first commander cards. This will go into my Forza of Cantrips deck, being able to pay 1 white and drawing a card, and giving any next creature spell flash is such a unique card. And just the fact that you can just use it as a cantrip without having to play any creature is so great. You could just play your commander, by the way, as well. So, and people will not see it coming. And that is the second card I wanted to talk about with you today. Another Kobold Lord. This one costs 2 and gives first strike to all of your kobolds, including him, and he's a 1/2. This is also on the reserved list, if I recall that correctly. That's why the price tag is around 80 euros. You should get it if you still need one for your collection, or if you wanted to build the Kobold deck. Get it now, get it out the way, or wait like 6 months if the prices already go up, but you still need one, so the prices can go down again. And lastly, I don't know if you noticed in my The Dark Set Cube collection, I actually still needed one more Orc General. So I actually only noticed when I made this video that I only had one Orc General, and I think one of the comments was like in there like 10 times, and I only needed like 9 comments of each. So this one will actually finally complete my set cube. Great condition. For all of them I paid around 100 euros again, like 99 euros in total, including shipping, and these will also go into my set cube, except for this one, as I already said. Sorry for the focus. There we go. Let's put them here and dig into the next vintage order. Another one from the German Alibaba guy. This one should be a smaller collection, and yeah, contains some P3K cards as well for my P3K set cube, which I'm also building. If people are interested in that, I can post a video on my current state as well of this set. 2 of the, I think 3 of the Dwarven Weaponsmiths I need. Very nice condition. Yeah, I only needed one more of the rabbit wombat. I think the wombat is like a U1 in Legends. I would have to check again. And I didn't have one. Nice shoe cavalry with, well, flying. Since there are no flying creatures, the horsemanship is no different from flying. And then the second part, more P3K commons, mountain bandits, such beautiful artworks. Stalking tiger, this one was actually like €3 each. For the whole order I paid like 25. And this one was stated as being poor. Let's see. This one looks still okay, I think. The surface is quite used, but I could imagine that the matte dragon shield would actually hide the usage of the card and make it still playable. These unlimited lands are also a collection I'm creating for the land base for drafting, having the unlimited lands as draftable lands for the decks you're building, and a nice straw soldier. I'm not sure how many I still need of these, but yeah, glad I have this. Very good. Okay, let's dig deeper. This one might be an eBay buy. No more cards in there, but I think the address would be readable. Let's just take this out. This one is not a good way of packaging cards, by the way. Using this kind of very easily foldable paper actually created damage on cards I received a couple of months ago. So yeah, do you see what just happened? Like, it just bent without me using force. So yeah, careful with that. This can really easily damage cards. Don't do this. Use postcards. They are much more durable and harder to bend, and this just hurts your cards. Luckily, nothing happened. So let's see. I think I paid like €7 for the whole order, maybe 8. I think this is my third Arabian Nights cards I own. This one was quite played, I think. Yeah, I think it's still playable from afar. You don't really notice much of the damage. It has quite whitened corners, obviously. It is still usable, yeah. Very nice. I'm glad I have this. By the way, if you're wondering, many of the Arabian Nights cards have almost unreadable mana costs. For example, the Guardian Beast almost looks like it only costs 1 black. This Wolf, for example, has 2 versions. One of them has better readable colorless mana symbols. So just so you know, I think these are pretty much the same price. Maybe the better readable versions are a little more expensive. I'm not very sure about that. Just a fun fact on the side. A battering ram, very nice condition. Another blacksmith. Maybe by now I should have enough with all the blacksmiths I ordered. A soldier guy. Little scratches on the surface. Still very nice condition. And the pixies. Oh, that is very minty. Wow, nice condition. Great. We'll check for inking in a second. Let's just open the cards first. and see what we got, and then we look for possible inking. Not a great way of packaging. Don't put sellotape over the opening of cards without any protection, otherwise they can move up and stick on the sellotape. Though this person did use inner sleeves, so there's that, but they are opened on the top, so, well, remember what I said. Don't put sellotape over the opening of sleeves. 5 nice ATOGs. By the way, there are 2 different versions of ATOGs. One of them has an X hidden in the artwork, and it is a little more rare, if I recall that correctly. These all look very nice. Stated as LP or excellent in European terms. Well, this one is a little used, but it's still okay for me. Very nice, yeah. Some of them are almost near mint, I'd say. Yeah, these are clean. Clean, yeah, very nice. Okay. These will also go into my collection, my set cube. Let's go for the package next, shall we? This one. For all the Commander fans out here, these should contain a couple Commander staples. Let's see what I ordered. Here's some address. This one is empty. So I got some mana drain for a couple of my blue decks. We'll see where I will put it in the end. Yeah, that is nice and clean. A foil Triome. Also near mint. Great usage of top loaders, by the way, for higher value cards. These Innistrad lands I find very, very useful for Commander, being able to have them enter untapped. If you control 2 or more lands, any lands is very useful. And another alternate art Triome. Nice. So these are all very minty, and I am very happy to have those. And the last letter is another reserved list investment of mine, which I think people should buy if they still can find some for cheap. I think there might be my address in there. Let's check. Okay, I got the card out without any problems. So, how is that attached? With a big piece of sellotape. So let's see. If we can get it out like this. Yeah. There's the Griffin Canyon with the new Griffin Legend Commander from the Dominaria United. These lands will only go up from here, and being able to have it enter the battlefield untapped on the one hand, and also being able to untap a Griffin and give it +1/+1 is very useful. I actually ordered 2, so one as an investment and the other one for maybe a deck I want to build with the new commander. Let's check for condition. Yeah, surface looks okay. They were stated as being good, so maybe something between LP and MP, and these are totally fine. Let's lastly check for inking before we end the video. How I do this is I put them all in a stack. And check if there are any black lines to see, since the edges of the card should be white. You can see the newest cards, which are probably these, yeah, are whiter than the older cards, which have some yellowing on the edges. So there's one card that stands out in my eyes, which is this one, which is the forest. Let's check the other edges and then check the forest again. Here we are in focus. Yeah, that is better. The yellowing just comes from age, so nothing to really worry about, but just something to keep in mind. Yeah, these look all great and obviously uninked. Lastly, the forest probably looked a little blackened just because of its age and the use it has seen during the last years of its existence. Yeah, this one is still uninked and totally fine. Let me know what some of your investments are during Dominaria United release in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.